Hello everybody, what's up? Guess what? I am 1 month on testosterone. You guessed it. Yes, I am. It is 1 month. It's been a month. 1 month. I've made it through. So, like I promised, I am going to do a full run through of everything that's happened this month and kind of just give you an update. So first I'm going to talk about all the outside changes, like stuff that other people can notice. And then afterwards, I'm going to talk about all the internal and emotional stuff that I feel that you wouldn't be able to see. One of the first things that you notice is the oiliness of your skin, and that tends to cause acne if you can't tell from my little spots everywhere. But I am very grateful because most people get really bad acne when they first go on T, and mine hasn't been as bad. If anything, it's better than it was before because it's like a different kind of acne. Like before testosterone, I would get like deep pimples and they would take weeks to heal. And now they're just like, I get them, but they're not as difficult to pass. Like they heal faster and I don't know, they're easier to pop if you do that kind of thing. I'm just gonna knock on wood and pray that this stays the same. Another thing is that I feel like I smell different. Like, not a bad kind of smell. Like, I don't smell disgusting or anything. You could come near me, but it's different. It's not what it used to be. And I definitely sweat a lot more. Like, I thought I used to sweat a lot. That doesn't even come close. And one of the most exciting things that I've noticed, and I noticed it on like the day of my month because I'm recording this the day after my first month. So I noticed it yesterday and I was looking in the mirror and I found some little chin hairs. Yeah, guess who's growing facial hair? So they're not on the top of my chin, they're more like under, like right here. And I have one that's like especially dark. It's like the leader of the pack. And it's darker and it's longer than all the rest. And I named it Brad because it sounds like a cool name. I also have been getting, like I already had like a little bit of like the peach fuzz on top of my lip, my mustache, but they're getting darker now. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna start shaving more so it gets even darker. As far as sideburns, those have not come in yet, unfortunately. So maybe next month or something. Another thing that is gonna be a lot more noticeable later down the road is gonna be my voice. Now it is dropped just the tiniest, slightest bit. So I'm gonna do a voice comparison right now, going back to the first vlog that I ever posted on this channel. It's like my introduction and coming out thing. And then I'll also compare my voice to the day before I started to. Okay, so here we go. Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm trans. I haven't really done anything to further my transition besides cut my hair and, wear some nicer clothes. This is gonna be just a really quick video and I just want to inform you guys that I have my T date and it is tomorrow, Tuesday, the 29th, September 29th, 2015. My name is Ryan Flores and this is my voice 1 month on T. Moving on to my face. Still on my face, not moving on I guess. But my jawline and like my baby fat, my baby ace, it's going, finally, after all these years. Because I used to have pretty round face, especially because my cheeks used to be so big. That's what used to give me an even younger appearance, I guess, but it would also be a much more feminine appearance. So I have a picture that really captures like the sharpness starting to come into my jaw. So hopefully that keeps going on because there's still some that could leave. I think some little baby fat, and one of the biggest things that I really wanted from T was the sharper jawline. So hope that doesn't stop. Now going down to my shoulders, I think that I've gotten a little bit more broad. I feel like I fit into my shirts more and a lot of them don't fit anymore because the way I'm growing, I guess, is like I don't fit in them anymore because of the way my body is proportioned. So, and I think I might have grown just a tad bit. Either that or my clothes are shrinking in the really crappy laundry room that we have here at the apartments. But a lot of them are particularly my button-ups are getting a lot smaller on me, which is sad but good because I really like some of them. But that means that, you know, I'm changing. One of the most common things that you'll hear from trans guys when they first start testosterone is the amount of new body hair. Before I started T, I already had a happy trail. I mean, I had some hair on my belly, and well, let's just say my trail is definitely not sad. It is an even happier happy trail. It's ecstatic. It's overjoyed. So far, that's been my facial hair, my belly hair, and I've also grown some hair on my legs, which I did not expect at all because I was pretty proud of my legs before all of this. I thought, you know, that was the pinnacle of my body, like my body hair. I was like always looking at my legs too because they are really full and they're dark and long, and I just really loved my leg hair, and I still do. But now the places where it wasn't so thick, and I'm talking about like my thigh, not my shin or my calves, the inner thigh in particular is what's growing in now. So the hair is getting darker and longer. Moving even further down my body in the downstairs region. That's an interesting part of me to talk about. And basically, for those of you who've already done background research on this or have listened to other trans guys talk about it, yes, I've experienced a lot of downstairs growth. But I don't really feel that comfortable talking about that, so next thing, and the last, like, physical thing that you would be able to notice about me is my muscle growth. So that has to do also with fat in my body being distributed differently. So I'm becoming a lot more toned, like on my biceps and my stomach. It's starting to slim down a little bit. And also, I'm getting some badass calves. Because, you know, I ride my scooter all around campus and to work and back. You know, it's my car. So now, before I didn't have, you know, spectacular calves or anything, but now they're starting to take form. Like, they're pretty toned, and when like I go on my tippy toes, they're like, great, I like them, I'm gonna keep them. And now for the emotional and internal changes that I've felt. And one of the first things that kind of relates to all the sweating that I already talked about is the hot flashes that you experience. So during like the first 2 weeks, I would say, I would get so hot out of nowhere. Like I would just be sitting in my chair doing homework, you know, just chilling. I wouldn't even have to do anything physical, and I would get just super hot. Like my face would get red and I would be sweating, and I would feel my face and I felt hot. It's like, what the hell is going on? That was fun. Most of the internal changes I experienced in my first 2 weeks on testosterone mostly. And another thing would be energy. So after I got my T shot, I felt like I could run, you know, train for a marathon, or I could do a lot more reps and sets when I would go work out. I just felt like I had all this new energy that I had nowhere to place. So I go up the stairs like so many times a day. I live on the top floor of my apartment, and now, you know, I take them 2 at a time at like stride, and I don't get as tired out when I get to the top as I used to. When I used to take, you know, 1 step at a time, and I would just have to be like holding on to something, holding on to the rail when I got on the top. I have my list here that I'm looking at so I make sure I don't forget to mention anything. And the next thing is appetite. Those first 2 weeks, I was never so hungry in my life. Like anything I would see that was mine, that I already knew I was gonna consume that thing that I was looking at. I just formed like this bottomless pit, and it would not ever be satisfied. So I was really eating like a true teenage boy. I had a big appetite. And now that I've been 1 month on tea, that's kind of either settled down or I'm just used to it. I don't really know. And usually that can lead into weight gain, but I do not own a scale at my apartment, so I don't know if I've gained any weight or lost any weight. Another thing that would increase is sex drive. And when I went on tea, I kind of forgot about this, and I didn't worry much about it either when I was looking at, you know, the effects and the risks and all that stuff. But it is a real thing. It is so real. Confidence has also gone up, and that doesn't necessarily have to do with tea. It's just feeling better inside because you know you're on tea. So I feel like I have a much easier time, you know, talking to customers at my job, or just, you know, interacting with other classmates when we have to do a project, and I'm not so independent, I guess, anymore. I'm not afraid to work as a team. I wasn't really afraid to work as a team, but now it's just more comfortable. And I also feel like I can be much louder, because before my voice made me so dysphoric, and it still does, but now that it's starting to change a little bit, I feel like I can have a larger voice, and, you know, no one's gonna be like taken aback at me when they try to match my voice with my appearance. And one thing I really want to just make clear is that I did not turn into this, you know, angry asshole of a guy when I started tea. Tea made me feel it's not aggressiveness, it's just I felt like I cared about myself more, and because of that, I wouldn't want to take anyone's shit if they gave me something like that. If someone was crossing a line or treating me the way I did not deserve to be treated, I just would not take their shit, and I would say something about it and stand up for myself. And the last thing I'm gonna add to my list of changes that I have never heard anyone talk about, and I was surprised to feel, was my asthma acting up. I have asthma, obviously, because I just said, and I use inhaler, you know, and it's usually after I get my shot, because I've gotten 3 shots now. So after I get my shot, for like about the first 2 or 3 days, I would feel pretty tight in my chest, like I couldn't breathe, and I would have to use my inhaler to feel better. So I don't know why that happens, and if it's okay. I mean, now I feel fine right now, and I wouldn't necessarily be doing anything physical either, but I would just have a hard time breathing, and I would need my inhaler. So if you have asthma and you're gonna take testosterone, just be on the lookout for that, and, you know, keep your inhaler with you just in case. And that's all the changes I've experienced this month. Woo! 1 month on tea. These updates I'm gonna be doing every month that I gain on tea. Probably not after I'm a year on it, maybe like because I feel like that would get old and I would run out of stuff to say. But for like the first year that I'm on tea, you can expect an update every month. So like my first month on tea, 2 months on tea, 4 months on tea. You have all of those to look forward to, and I hope I did not disappoint you with my changes, because I'm pretty happy with where I am so far. That's about it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe if you have not already. And follow me on my social media, which is always down below, with my Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, all that jizz. Did I say jizz? Is it jizz or jazz? Probably jazz. I think it's jazz. Okay, as you ignore what I just said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.